Vishala Reddy. Vishala Reddy is a dreamer, community evangelist, also the founder and director of IdentCITY. Vishala Reddy does things unconventionally, going out of the way. She is an active campaigner known for her work in civic engagement and behavioral change communication. She introduced several innovative and national award-winning campaigns in collaboration with government, industry, and people. She's a very profound personality with an excellent goal and vision to transform communities and engage lakhs of citizens directly. Million Moms is honored to have Vishala Reddy. She's also amongst our advisory board. Now I would like to ask Vishala Reddy. Vishala, you've been the new age entrepreneur, new age businesswoman, and you've been everywhere around. You've been doing so much of networking and community building and behavioral changes among people at various levels, various stages, and into a lot of campaigning. How would you take this Million Moms campaign and do this community building?
Well, people call me social entrepreneur, not exactly an entrepreneur. And I used to work for this place, for HICC. My job used to be bringing international conventions to the city. And accidentally, I became an entrepreneur and then social entrepreneur, but of late, social remained and entrepreneur disappeared. So I focused more on the campaigns than anything else. Yes, the behavior change when we say, I've seen very interesting panel and stakeholders here. You have the media and you have the films and you have doctors and you have government, you have industry, and everyone is here. And one thing that we need to, like second panel is going to address more, is connecting the dots and making things happen. And we as a community, we are very shy community. We are not somebody who pick up a book and go to a park or do something on our own. We need festivals. We need, of late you might have seen, we need sensation. We need lots of other things to influence us. So that is where we need to create lots of forums and campaigns and initiatives and schemes. So if you look at the health, most of the health-related things, either by the central government or state government, introducing schemes, Arogyashri and taking care of it, introducing more primary healthcare centers and all. But the prevention has to be introduced. For that, infrastructure change has to be done. If you look at the infrastructure in the rural areas and the urban areas earlier, there used to be a lot of streets, squares, where people used to walk and, they were fit. But nowadays, it was all replaced by the cars and streets have become parking spaces. So how do we create more public spaces and more streets? And also, introducing infrastructure is not enough. By also introducing more campaigns, so that is what we all have to work together. And that's what I'm doing, connecting the dots and filling the gap.
Vishala, coming now to your personal life, you're a single parent. At the same time, you've been handling such huge responsibility on your shoulders. How do you actually manage? I know it is not that easy, but when I look at you, you seem that it is not difficult either. I just would like to know how you actually do it.
Actually, in Indian community, there is some magic word called family. And whether you are single or double, the family support system is extremely important. For me, I am really, really blessed. I have 5 elder brothers and 2 elder sisters. So I am number 8. We contributed a lot to the Indian population. So obviously, my sisters take care of my son because I have to do my business and whatever, little business and more of social work. And I have this passion of doing things for the community. The first campaign I've done in my village when I was 7 years old, my brother stood as Sarpanch, and then I did the campaign. So my family recognized that she is special and she has that urge and she has to do things. So they allow me to do this.
So when the family is supporting it, it's even more sometimes a pressure. Like, sometimes you might go through a lot of guilt that you're not able to spend time with your child. So did you ever go through that, and what do you do for that?
Yeah, the collective upbringing when it comes to the child. I have all my sister's son with me and my son with my sisters. So we, as a family, we bring up children together. So I don't feel guilty at all. And the thing is, like, I have all the elder kids and my sisters have the younger kids. So that way, my burden is less. Yeah.
So do you work out, Vishala?
I run around a lot because I have to get lots of work done. And yes, Pavitra has been one biggest inspiration for me. And I attended some of her yoga classes, and I used to cycle a lot. I used to cycle 100 kilometers, but these days, some of my friends said, you work a lot with the government and industry and community, you need a lot of weight to throw around. So I'm just having some weight. Which I think I need some campaigns to reduce my weight. So I might have start like -21 challenge. Vishala -21 in association with Pavitra. So let's see. Maybe by the anniversary day I would have, yeah.
Finally, what have you to say to Million Moms? And you're also one of the advisors of Million Moms. So in which way can you contribute to the same? Because you are an expert in community building.
Actually, this idea came up between me and Pavitra. We worked on a lot of campaigns, physical literacy, Hyderabad urban makeover. And when we were talking about mothers, I had my own mother. She went through cancer, and I could relate what Dr. Raghuram was telling. We had horrible time. And then that's where I connect. If my mother has suffered and I suffered, as family we suffered, I think we all should contribute to this community. And I'm really, really blessed to be here today, so that whatever the little we could do, it brings a difference. And that day we decided, okay, you do this Million Moms, you directly communicate to the mothers, and I do this 1 lakh hands for mom, where I influence 1 lakh sons and daughters to send their moms to the gyms or whatever it is. So we are actually doing this collaborative approach, and more than advisor, Pavitra is a friend, and I don't use this advisor and all, they're all very big, but she is my friend. Whatever she asks me to do, I do it.
Wow.
That's it.
That's amazing. That's a great thing.
The 21 days challenge. Log into www.millionmoms.in. For more details, contact 77024 9110.